The Better Business Bureau is tracking more scams tied to online gambling and gaming.
On Your Side's Gary Harper is here with a warning and the best ways you can protect your money.
From sports betting to online casinos, millions of Americans are trying their luck virtually. And according to a new study from the Better Business Bureau, that includes both online gaming like sports betting and casino sites, and online gaming such as apps or social casinos where players spend money on tokens or prizes. But the BBB warns that alongside these legitimate options, scams are also on the rise.
So in the last couple of years, we've received over 10,000 complaints from consumers about online gambling and gaming through the BBB complaint system.
BBB spokesperson Melanie McGovern says the reports often involve theft, hidden terms, and confusion that, for some consumers, has led to losses in the tens of thousands of dollars.
On the scam sites, that's where we're seeing it, is that people are coming to us because they can't figure out how to get in touch with these companies. They can't figure out why they can't collect their money.
Part of the problem, she says, is that gambling and gaming laws vary by state, and many consumers simply are not aware of the rules where they live, like here in Arizona.
Knowing the laws, knowing what sites are legal, what sites are legitimate, that's huge.
So what can you do to spot trouble? McGovern warns to watch for red flags, such as big promises of payouts, tempting ads with few details, companies based overseas, sweepstakes-style games, payment requests in cryptocurrency, and even simple typos or strange spellings in names. And even if the site is legitimate, she says asking questions and reading the terms carefully are important. I'm Gary Harper, on your side.